Hi everybody, welcome. Placer County Home Whisperer is back. We are here in Auburn. I'm here for episode 8 with Christy Cisneros. Yes, woo, nailed it. And she is a lender, a fabulous lender. As you know, I sell real estate and she makes my job super easy. When I don't have her as my lender, I realize how easy she does make my job and how she makes me shine, even when I don't even know that she's doing that for me. She's been in the field of lending for a very, very long time. How many years?
About 15 years now.
About 15 years. She lives in Penryn.
I do.
Her kids go to Penryn school.
Mm-hmm.
Soon to have a
Del Oro. Yeah,
another
year.
High schooler.
I'm not ready.
Wow. So she's local. When did you move to the area?
About 12 years ago, we moved to Penryn. We bought our house in 07.
In 07, so 12 years ago. She, like I said, is fabulous. She's a great support for me, whether we are in a transaction or I have to vent to her, or if I need flyers made on a whim, whatever it is, she's there, and clients love her. They love that she always has an answer for them. They make her feel calm and comfortable in a transaction of buying a home or selling a home, which can make refinancing a home can make that's all the difference to make that to feel comfortable. But enough about that. She can talk lending, and she can talk about it well. But we don't want to hear about that. We want to know about her. There's a lot of lenders. There's a lot of great lenders. There's a lot of not so great lenders. She is fabulous. She has a great reputation. But we want to know a little bit about Christy because that's what we do. We got to get totally nosy.
You're very sweet.
So here we are. So you moved here about 12 years ago.
Yep.
Where from?
I grew up in Vacaville, so I spent most of my time between Vacaville and Ukiah. My parents were divorced, so a little bit back and forth with my mom and my dad, between my mom and dad. So, and I came up here to go to Sierra College and then moved to Penryn in 07. So I've been here about 12 years, and then my husband grew up in this area as well. So it's really become home to me.
Yeah. Ukiah, that's an interesting place.
Yeah.
I actually have family in Ukiah. And that's funny, I didn't realize. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Everything we've known, that is one thing. I'm like, oh, I didn't put that together. Yeah, Ukiah is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That in itself would be an interesting childhood.
Yeah, it's just a small little town, cute little area.
Teeny tiny.
Great people. You don't know a lot of people that know it very well.
Yes.
But yeah, when you do, it's like, oh, Ukiah, that's great.
Yeah, my aunt actually lives there.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
My great-grandparents lived there, and my childhood best friend that I grew up with, her parents are still there, and
yeah,
occasionally we get out there to visit. But yeah,
it is beautiful
it's pretty hard too.
So now you're Italian.
Mm-hmm.
So what generation? Did your dad come from there? Your mom? Tell us.
My dad. My dad was born in Italy. They came here in 1955. Worked for another family business. I don't know, so long ago. It was before I was born. So, but then they opened a big Italian restaurant in Vacaville, and it's still there. It's been there over 50 years. So
yes,
we still go there and visit the family as much as we can. My brother still lives there, and then we go and eat.
Yeah,
because we're Italian, and we like to go and have pasta.
Yeah, I need to go eat it too.
Yeah.
We need to go on a trip.
We do. A little road trip.
Yes. And
For
so when you got married, you said your husband's from here, so you said this is where I want to be because he was here, or because you guys thought it was a great community for...
We had a place in Rockland, and he just always wanted to get back to Penryn. He wanted to live where he grew up. His parents still live in his childhood home. They're right around the corner from us, so my kids go to the school he went to when he was a kid. So
isn't that so fun though?
Are
any of the teachers still there?
One of them. The one that used to suspend him for, being a crazy boy, with his friends.
But now she has
trouble.
2 girls that are not the crazy boy.
They're the complete opposite. They're good girls, so they're not getting into trouble.
That's so funny.
There's one teacher there, the kindergarten teacher.
Yes.
Is still there.
So tell us a little bit about your childhood.
Well, my parents were divorced, like I said, and I was with back and forth between my mom and my dad. So most of the time when we were in Ukiah, I was with my mom then. We were living there next to or with my great-grandparents who were elderly. So my mom would take care of them, take them to doctor's appointments and things like that. So I was really close with them. I'm actually really fortunate that I got to be with them and know them so well up until the time one passed when I was 12 and the other when I was 14. So I remember them pretty well. But just grew up not, having a lot of money, or sometimes didn't have a car, sometimes, whatever we had to do to get by, renting a room or what have you. So it definitely shaped who I am today to, kind of just make a different life for my kids.
And that's really, when we talked about doing this interview, I really encouraged Christy to tell the story, because now she's successful. She's a go-getter. She doesn't wait for the clients to come to her. She goes and gets them. She does her job well, and you're motivated. And so coming from when you see the struggle and you want something different for yourself, that can spark that motivation, that 100%. Spirit inside you.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's just always been something that's given me that drive to what's next, where am I going. I'm never just like sitting stagnant.
Always growing.
Yeah, always growing, always trying to learn and grow as much as I can. And I think with the clients, that's kind of how I run my business too. I don't just wait around and wait for people to pick up the phone, go to them, make the call, do whatever you have to do to get it done, and don't stop until you do.
Yes. And in a transaction that we actually just closed, Christy called me and said, I don't know how many days it was before, but she said, I can get him a better rate. It was so close to the end. They were happy with everything, and nope, she got him a better rate, saved him some money at the last second. And that's because she took the time to look into that. Even though she's in the process of your transaction, she's all the way up to that very end, making sure you can get the very best possible. And I know they appreciated that so much, and they just thought it was amazing.
They were so sweet. I'm glad we could do it.
It's things like that. You're going to work that even from start to finish, to that the second we fund.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to make sure that they have everything they need. The other big deal that I want to talk about is Christy goes to all of her signings. So when someone purchases a home, the lender goes. I have purchased homes. I have never had that happen. And it's amazing because we went and signed, was this 2 weeks? I don't even know the time. And her lender, their lender, the bank, as the liaison, is there to make sure that the documents are correct, the rates were correct, any questions that they had. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Because when you sit there and you say, here's a pen, okay, sign this stack.
Yeah.
You don't have any questions, do you? No, yeah, it looks right. No, that's very stressful. And she's there and able to support them and super, super calm about it. Nothing can be fixed, she'll just keep that cool, and that really translates into having that great, great experience.
Thank you.
Yes.
So it was fun. I'm so glad we got to.
I hope I'm not embarrassing her. So now, why did you get into lending?
I started in real estate. I was working in a real estate office. I was right out of high school, and I was helping all the real estate agents. They were going through the course that we offered, and they were getting their license, and it really wasn't where I wanted to be. And so I looked into the lending side of it, and once I got into it, I started processing, and I started having that connection with the borrowers, and I was their only point of contact once they got into contract. So at that point, that was back before things were, a little bit different then, but I think that was in 01 or 02. So I really enjoyed talking to them and helping them. And then, like with the people that we just worked with, it's nice to be able to, think of a way to save them money, or, and be that person for them, or be that, that resource for them.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, the real estate wasn't a fit. It truly, and lending's not a fit for me. Okay, so like this is a personality thing.
I love the industry too as a whole. I really do. I love the relationship that I have with you, and I love working with the realtors and being able to help them grow their business. It was just I really like that side. I like the numbers. I like putting the loans together.
She likes the numbers.
I like putting the loans together, and you know, people come to me and say, oh, I want down payment assistance. Okay, well, there might be a better option for you. That's not always the best option. Maybe you don't have the down payment, but there might be other avenues. So let's look at the big picture. What are your ultimate goals? Let's see what works best for you and for your situation. I really enjoy that part of it, the puzzle of all of it.
And the lending is a huge piece of the puzzle. So I get to do the fun part of looking at all these homes, and then they get attached to one and they're like, this is the one. Well, how am I going to pay for this house now? I don't know if I can afford this house and all that. And so that's your piece of the puzzle. You make it happen.
Yeah.
And if it can't happen right then there's a game plan so that can happen.
Yeah, I stick with them. People say, "Oh, well, can I still talk to you?" Yeah, of course you can talk to me, and I'm gonna stay in touch with you. I'm not gonna just sit and wait for you to call me. I'm gonna check in with you. I'm gonna see how things are progressing, see if you've changed jobs, see if you've had a kid or gotten divorced or gotten married. You know, what's new in your life, what's changed about your situation that might, you know, change the lending piece of things. So
and it's important to have people are walking by in the office here looking in at us. Hi. It's important to have a CPA in your back pocket. It's important to have a lender. You never know what you might see. So you weren't even thinking to move and you want to. And it's just important to have those connections. And it's important to have a realtor.
It is.
A realtor. Yes. So, okay, what is a life or a business motto, saying or principle or something that resonates with you, or even a person?
So someone in real estate told me this when I was working at a real estate company when I first started in the industry. This was our regional manager. He always said, he kind of took me under his wing and said, you know, would train me and give me tips. So he would always say, create your own experience. So I have lived by that ever since.
I love that.
Probably 18 years now, 19 years. And it's so true. It's like, it's how you react to things and how you handle situations. And it's just something that I have always lived by. It's like, I can either, you know, get upset or freak out and freak everyone else out, or keep everyone calm and see, like, what do we do, you know, to get this resolved and make this a good experience.
Okay, so say it one more time. You create
your own experience.
I like that. I like that a lot.
100%. It's so true.
It is. And even though you might be freaking out inside and not know the answer, I would never know that. Yeah. And neither would anybody else.
I will find it for you.
You will find it and you're like, I'll get right back to you. Yeah. It's like, oh, she must be busy. And then you have, here's the answer.
I want to make sure I give you the right information. I don't want to just say something just to say something.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Well, that's super important, because there's so many lenders that I've had they thought they were pre-approved. We wrote an offer, you know, as soon as it gets into escrow, oh, by the way, something pops up. It wasn't, it was a false, it was never really, and that's crushing. You see families that they think that they're moving into this home that they love and they can't. And that's upsetting.
No, I would rather tell somebody, even on a refinance, I'll tell somebody it's not the right time. You know, wait. Let's monitor things, you know. Like, here's what you need to do to improve your credit, or how you can save money, or what you can do. So yes, it's very important.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to put someone in contract and even think that that's a possibility for something to come up. I'd rather it take longer to pre-qual them and get all the information up front and
have that devastating news, which I've seen more than once.
Yeah.
So in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
I see myself still doing this.
Yeah.
I love it. I have been in it for a long time, and even when I had kids and stayed home for a little bit, the downturn in the market, you know, there were times when I was in more of a processing role and I wasn't out on my own, that we went through layoffs, and even through all of that, that's important to know. Where I want to be, and it just feels good. And
the downturn, she still survived. Still here. She's actually in a new office too. I went to her old office and I was like, where's my interviewee? Oh, she moved. She's in this beautiful office, and look at the painting behind us. Like, I'm dying. I wish you were here to see it. It's gorgeous, and it's totally feminine, which I love. You don't have to ask your husband for his opinion, because this is her space.
He's pretty good.
The zen is on point in here.
Thank you.
I love it.
Some little essential oils.
Yeah, we have essential oils going. I feel so good. I'm not seeing a crystal.
I don't have a crystal.
Oh.
I have a rock that my daughter painted for me.
Oh, that's cute. That works. She has a rock, a painted rock.
She likes to paint and
Yeah, that's
do
cute.
artsy things that I don't know anything about.
I have a shoebox full of painted rocks from my kids.
It's very, I mean, she's got her own little business going, and she's got a little Instagram page, and she's doing giveaways.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
so cute, little entrepreneur.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Our neighborhood across from ours, we I don't know, there's a lady in there who paints rocks, beautiful rocks. And I'll go on a jog or a walk with the kids. We'll be at the park over there, and randomly you'll find a rock that's painted.
Yeah.
And my kids steal them. So I say, when you take them, but that's what they're there for. It says, like, remember to smile or whatever. I say, now you have to paint one and put it back. So we started doing
that's
that.
really sweet.
So this goes on in this neighborhood here
That's really
on
cute.
Auburn. I just love it. It's so cute.
really cute.
And unfortunately, I think we've taken the majority of them, but we're kind of obsessed with them at this point.
Just replace them.
Yeah.
You know.
So, okay, what is a dream of yours? Is there like a vacation you want to go on? Something that,
Yeah.
anything that really motivates you?
I want to go to Italy someday. My family is from there, obviously, and then my grandma had a house there in their little village where my dad and all of his siblings were born, and it's still in our family. So someday I would like to go there and see it. Someday.
You have to.
Europe's a big vacation. They
Yeah.
just recently started traveling a little bit more. Before, you know, when our kids were little, we weren't doing as much of it, but now that they're getting older,
It's easier.
it's nice. I'm waiting till they're both a little bit older. I would like my oldest to be in high school and my youngest to at least maybe be junior high, or
I think that's a good.
that way they
then
can remember
They
it.
remember, and they learn things from it.
Yeah.
They think, wow, we don't just live in Penryn on the globe. It's this big, right?
Yeah.
It makes that, yeah.
They love that. They would stay there forever though. But I'm like, no, let's go experience things and see other places. And they enjoy it once they're there. They're just
And
a little-
pizza, pasta, gelato. I mean, come on, delicious. Cannolis, gnocchi.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting hungry. Okay, so what is, if you had a super power, what would you pick? What would it be? So when people call you, they need to know, like, my lender has a superpower.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Putting not her on the spot. What would it be?
I wish I could help everybody get into a home immediately.
Immediately.
I like.
So you want to be super lender. Do you eat, sleep, and breathe lending?
No, not anymore. I'm working on that balance now.
Yes. It's easy to get obsessed because in this business, we don't really have a day off necessarily. I called Christy on Sunday. I don't know, what time was it?
It was about 4 o'clock. I was leaving an open house. I was doing
4 p.m. I said, I have 2 clients here. Get them pre-approved and in the process and going, and we're offering now. She did. And it happened. But yeah, it's hard to put those boundaries for sure, especially you want to spend the time with your husband and your family, and this profession, there's a lot of events, and it really can be, it's so worth it.
It is. I enjoy it. I enjoy all of that stuff. I enjoy
It's
being
rewarding.
here and working too, and then, but yeah, just being in the office and then working the open houses on the weekends and doing events. Sometimes, you know, I was out to dinner with my husband last night and the phone rang, and I knew it wasn't an urgent thing, so I have to have that family time.
Definitely.
And pay attention to them and not take those calls if it's not, you know, super urgent. If you're writing an offer and you need something immediately, if you know that it's something you need to answer, I will. But yeah, just kind of, you have to do it, because I've been doing it for years where I just all the time answering the phone and getting back to people right away, and I'm just kind of trying to figure out when I need to do that and when I don't. And
so your superpower is making people's dreams happen.
Yeah.
That's your superpower.
Yeah, I wish I could do it when they want it to happen. It doesn't always work, but sometimes we have to put them on a plan, and and then it happens eventually. And if they do the work that if they do the work that we, tell them to do, and they'll get there. Yeah. So just stick with them.
Yes. Okay. Favorite color?
Turquoise.
Turquoise.
Teal turquoise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't wear it a lot, but it's one of my.
But you love it. We need to get some in here then. Like a throw pillow.
It's kind of right. I like these blues.
Yeah.
And the silvers.
Again, it's like your personality, very calm and cool, collected. Mine, I'm not sure what my office would be. You're
very
super
cool
boisterous.
No, but I love it. It's fun.
It's too much. Mine would probably be like really obnoxious.
No, it wouldn't. No, you're great. No, not at all.
Okay, so favorite book?
Oh,
Why she thinks about this, I'm going to say thank you, Marie, for getting my lighting, by the way. Yes, Marie, Permanent Glimpse Photography. Little plug. Okay, go.
Okay. I recently read, and it's a sales book, but it's called Sell It Like Sirhan, and we all know Ryan Sirhan, you know, from $1 Million Listing. So it was my
from
favorite.
$1 Million Listing.
Not so much like the sales side of it. It was more a lot of the things that I think I do well, but just to improve upon some of the things in his book were really, really helpful to me. Just a reminder, sit down, write it down, and certain things that I like to do. Like a lot of the follow up and follow through and then follow back. Those are 3 things that he talks about. And that's always something that, like, just because the deal is closed and done, you're not done. Like,
yeah.
Be there for the client, follow back up with them. How are things going? How was the move? Did you guys all get to go in?
Yeah.
The one that we just closed. You know,
yeah.
How'd it go when all the kids got to see the house? Like, just, that's so important.
Yeah. I have pictures coming all day yesterday from when we closed on. They're repainting the bedroom. So excited.
Yeah. And it's
kids
like,
are already playing outside.
I don't want them to just be like, oh, my lender, oh, whatever. No, we're friends.
Yes.
Like, we're friends. I'm coming to your housewarming party.
Yes, we're doing that housewarming party. Well, and it's such a small community. It truly is a small world. Yeah. I'm in contract on another house with some clients, and turns out they did not realize that they knew who owns the house. They're both on the baseball board. I'm like, yeah, that's small.
Yeah.
Definitely is. So if you stay in contact and grow that, it's still all about this personal relationships, but it's rewarding too. I'm sure you've learned something from clients too. And
yeah, I do all the time. And then I don't want them to, I want them to feel like I care, because I do care. I'm there.
Yeah.
100%. Before, during, and after, I'm there for them.
Definitely. What is something that people would be surprised to know about you?
I guess it kind of goes back to being a kid, growing up, you know, with my parents being divorced. There were times that we were really poor and on welfare and didn't have, you know, we were renting a room or we didn't have a car, things like that. People, a lot of times people think that, oh, she's had it all. She's in I mean, she's always had all this. But which is fine. That doesn't, I mean, that just helped me. I think I think there's a lot of people that go through that, and you can either.
It makes you human.
Yeah.
And it makes you relatable.
Yeah.
Super important to have, you know, someone that you trust who really knows everything about you when you're going through this process, and you're totally relatable.
Yeah.
Which is why I love her. Totally relatable.
You're sweet.
Yeah, this is real life, people. Let's see, one more thing. Bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Bacon.
On anything. Pizza, everything.
Bacon, poor choice on their avocado toast.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Delicious.
We love Poor Choice. Gotta go to Poor Choice.
Yes.
If you're in the area.
Yes. So that's it with Christy, Finance of America. Christy, we're here in Auburn, and cute little office right down the road by the train. What do they call
it's
that?
Right behind the train station.
That cute building over there. I always just say the cute train building. Mm-hmm. And if you lived here long enough, you know exactly.
It is the train station too. A couple times a day, it's right.
So
there.
it's real.
It's
people
right
get
outside.
picked up and stuff.
Yeah, there's a. I think they do.
I'm sure it does.
I don't know if it stops there. I'm guessing it does.
What is the? Yeah, I'm sure it does. Anyways, that's where she is. She's over there, kind of by the post office. Isley's nursery. Right. One more thing I wanted that a lot of people don't understand. As a lender, what are you? Are you employed by your lender? Are you self-employed? Tell people.
A little bit of both. I'm under Finance of America, but I'm on my own. It's just me. Mm-hmm. I have a team, but I'm not.
It's like real estate.
Yeah, it's like real estate. Yeah. Like they're the broker.
You're hiring Christy and all of her knowledge, but she has the backing of Finance of America.
Yes. And we're a direct lender, and big corporate company with that little family feel, which is why I've been with them so long and I love them so much.
Yeah.
Because you don't feel like you're working for a big bank, but you have that support and that backing of the big bank, but the support of the management team that keeps it like a family.
And you're here, so you were at Roosevelt, but now you're in Auburn. Mm-hmm. So tell me why you love Auburn more.
It's a little closer to my house. My manager here is great.
Yes.
My team here is great. I just love it. It's a cute little office. it's quaint and it's close and it's quiet.
Yeah. I mean, I
Close to
ran in
my-
with my lighting and a hot mess, and I'm like, I'm here for the interview.
No.
And I ran into a mother that her son plays with my son at school.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a cute little area.
Love it so
The
much.
people up here
Well, she was a good sport. She didn't have to be nervous. Thank you for this lighting. Thank you, Christy, for being here. Thank
so
you for
much.
being an awesome support through my real estate journey and my career. And thank you so much for doing this interview. And I look forward to talking and seeing you all later. Message me if you have any questions. Subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.